in SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Redskins come away with a very compelling 28-point blowout. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Chiefs win their fourth game of the year. The Titans won this contest, but will stay at the second place in the AFC South. Antoine Randall L. had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Devery Henderson hauled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Saints beat the 49ers. Up in the Windy City of Chicago, we had the Bears fall by 10 points. Rams, Jaguars. Hawkins is set up right near the midfield stripe to get this ball and takes it just in his own territory. Jets right. There are a couple defenders there, but he outruns them. Where's the defense? Touchdown, 53 yards. The Rams win this one by the final score of 43-21. Over at Gillette Stadium, we had the Patriots get nipped by 3 points. The Broncos racked up over 150 rushing yards in their win at Lambeau Field. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Parsons is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club. 4 years, $5.0 million. Brian will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Patriots. Collier is on the move. Perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless. 3 years, $4.7 million. Parks got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Panthers.
The Ravens won at home and will have time to savor the victory as next week is their bye. The Raiders won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the AFC West. We had a big trade also of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
We'll shift gears now just a little and have a look at a few trades that should certainly be of interest. Wilson leaves the Raiders and is on the move to the Falcons. And he's a smart enough player that he should have no trouble adapting to his new line mates. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. Hoffman will find himself in a new clubhouse, and I tell you, if there's one position every team would love to upgrade, it's the offensive line.
Curry stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Becker threw for 2 touchdowns and helped his Colts beat the Cardinals. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Mathis won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list, and as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. This guy won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. Doctors confirming the worst this week, a torn hamstring, and that'll put him out for 5 weeks. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Bradley had to be placed on injured reserve, so he'll be on the sidelines for the rest of the year. Just a key blow to the heart of his defense. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Chris Jenkins is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
And last but not least, we had the Buccaneers come away victorious. So we're more or less at the midpoint of our season, things starting to take shape just a bit in our playoff race. Here's the men that got my prime-time players game balls. If they get their way, we will see them come postseason. Time players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.